Hi, welcome to my playhouse. And today it's the wood stove project again. I have some tiny little things that I need to do before I can go have the chimney sweeper approve this and get this up and running. Actually, this has taken me all summer, so I'm about ready, probably just a month or so, and it will be cold enough so that I would actually need the wood stove. So it would be fantastic to get this project done. So have to do some more tiling to make sure that this can be approved. So let's go see what I have to do to get this approved. I think I did say it in the last video, but well, I think I need to say it again. Here is the wood stove, and I've covered it with some plastic so that it don't become too dirty and dusty. And my problem is actually down here that according to plans there has to be 30 centimeters from the wood stove and to anything burnable, and this is burnable. So the 13 centimeters are only half, so I need to come out further. So I've been out buying some metal strips here, and I want to make something like, I was thinking about 40 centimeters, just around there. And I have one more over here, and this one I'm going to cut up. I was going to bring that out something like that, kind of make a square here but cut the corner off, and the same thing over here, and make that with these alloy strips, and then put some tiling on inside. That's the plan actually. So that's what I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't glue the tiles to the wall tiles up here, so that I can exchange this if this doesn't end out to be what I wanted. To get some working room, I think I need to take off a bit of the carpet, especially over here, because I want to go from the corner here, and there is carpet here. So I'll start with that. Over here the aluminium thing can go in under the tiles, almost in under, but on the other side over here there is something preventing that, not very far in. So I have found this little OB tool that I'm gonna try and make sure that it can go all the way in. If that's enough. Still need some. It would be nice if I could turn it around. I'll try that. Well, this was my first idea. Now I'll turn it up. I haven't tightened it. I turned it around so that it's not polishing down, but it's polishing up. The diamond bits are here, but all this screw bit will be in the way and I can't get in there. So I abandoned that idea, and I found this round piece that has diamond bits on both sides. It's gonna be taking a little bit more off than I would have liked to. Don't know if that helped any. Kind of. Still not good. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is pretty good. So there'll be a metal strip coming out from here and a metal strip coming out from there. And I'm gonna cut them off, make something like that. I think that will be good. And I'm gonna be putting on some new tiles in here. That's the plan anyway. So let's see how that turns out. Well, were I just to make a corner like that, instead of cutting off the corner, I would have to make it 90 degrees. This is very hard to end. There is 90 degrees right there, but I'm gonna cut the corner, so I have to add half of 90 degrees, and that would be 135 degrees. So I need to make a piece that will make a nice corner that way. So I brought this the metal piece up here. This is aluminium. This is actually the saw is for wood, but I think it will be able to cut this thin piece of aluminium and don't wear too much. Try to measure out the saw. I think it looks a little bit crooked. I don't think the saw is that high quality, so I think this gap is a little bit off. But the saw has its own place for marking 45 degrees. There is like a slot for it where it will jump down and mark that that's 45 degrees, because that's a very regular angle to be using. Well, now I got confused. I made a little mark where half of this is, but if I make 45 degrees here and I make the next one with a 45 degrees, I'll have a 90 degrees angle. That was not exactly what I wanted. I actually only wanted a 45 degrees angle, so I have to do half of 45. So that's actually, that must be 22 and a half. So that's somewhere around there, 72.5, I guess. So that should make a 45 degree angle. I'll try that. I have some spare, so I think I'll be good. But I won't make too much waste. And the other one I have to do in the other angle. Tiny little piece of waste here. Focus. So now these two pieces should make a 45 degrees angle. That's probably right. Let's go check. Yeah, something like that. Need to shorten them and do stuff, but the angle is not that far off, so that's probably okay. I need to make this go straight out, and the same thing over here. Find out where this piece is to be sitting. So this is kind of how it has to, how I'm gonna make it. I have squared out. You can see the square is in this corner, and I've marked out with the marker right there. And I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna measure out how long that has to be, and I'm gonna try and make, this is not all straight, so I'm gonna try and measure it a little bit unstraight so that it looks straight. Okay, it might be hard to see, but I made some lines on the floor here, and it's not that bad. First I measured out from the wall and made sure that that was exactly 90 degrees. I have no idea how straight the wall is, but well, you have to assume that something is straight, otherwise you will never get anywhere. And I just met them up here, and after doing that, making this angle and this angle, I measured to here, from here to there, and here to there, and it wasn't too bad. It's within acceptable. It looks a little bit unstraight. That's because these tiles are not straight, but well, this is what I'm gonna do. So now I can measure the length of this one and begin to shorten things. I did the first couple of cuts. I made an angle on this middle piece. I just cut off a tiny little corner here to have as much material as long as possible. And I found out that even though I thought I measured very geniusly, I also cut this piece. I haven't cut it short enough. It's not gonna add up here. This corner is outside the line, so I have to cut off a bit more. So I have to find out how much, and it's not that much. Okay, I cut all the pieces where I want them. So now I'm gonna drill some holes into them and screw them into the floor. And I'll probably also use some glue just to make sure that they stay where I put them. Over here there is concrete underneath, so I've taken this and I've drilled through to mark the floor, and I've changed to a concrete drill bit. I'm so sure this is so bad, so I have another set here and I think they're equally bad, but I'm gonna give it a try and see how far I get. Actually not that bad. Just gonna check the screws. Have to go a bit deeper. So I couldn't find any plastic fasteners, so I found a little piece of wood for your tomato plants to grow up. So I'm gonna stick that down there, mark it, and cut it a little bit short of that, like that, and just drop that down there. And we're just gonna do that with the next one as well, and so on. So the holes are ready. Put in the pieces of wood so that I can screw it down really nicely. But I'm also gonna glue it. And I have this glue that I use to put up tiles. That's the tiles up there, the lighty ones, those that makes the LED light. I turned them off because I needed the plug for the vacuum cleaner, but I have that glue, and this is where making video is really cheating, because I used 15 minutes to clean this nozzle just to get some glue out of there. You didn't have to stay around for that, but let's put some on. I think I could have cleaned it better. I just want to make sure that the vacuum cleaner didn't get any of the wooden sticks. It didn't. So if I get this in like that. Now we're going to put in some screws. Have an electric drill here. I'll start with the screw that I used for the glue. So that one. So underneath this piece there is wood, so I should be able to screw the screws directly down into that. I have put on this very nice glue that is very sticky, very hard to work with. So I'll put that in there and put this down and make sure that it adds up here. we are. And I'm gonna put in some screws. The last piece here, and I found the only place where there isn't wood underneath is over here, so I have to drill a hole for that one. There we are. I think I'm done with that actually. And I'll put some glue on that. Awesome. Okay. I just need to put that in. There'll surely be glue everywhere. The plan is now to put in some very thin tiling adhesive inside here and kind of to level it off. I'm not gonna be mounting tiles this weekend, I can see on my watch. And for that purpose, I have mixed up some very thin tiling adhesive here. That I'm gonna bring in. And try to pull in here, and hopefully that will level it out and get it up just a little bit in height to get rid of the screws. After a lot of smoothing out this is how it looks. I think it's smoother, but it's not by much, that's for sure. But it gives the floor a really good way to attach to the tiles. Let's go see the tiles I got. This is how they look. They're really smooth. So that's the tiles that I'm gonna be installing there. And I'm gonna bring one of them in to see how it will look. They are the same size as the other one that I bought, that I used up here. But, well, yeah. I'm gonna be ending the video here because the camera is running out of battery and it will take me a half an hour to charge that again. So thank you very much for watching another episode of the Wood Stove Project. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. Join me over at Google Plus, where I occasionally post pictures of what I'm up to. I might as well take a picture of this and share it with you up there. So, well, have a nice day. Bye bye.